Martin Gordon, chair of the Pasadena Community Coalition. Recently, I listened to a Tavis Smiley show conversation with James Farr. At one point, James said something that caught me off guard. Not because it wasn't true, but because it is. Black Altadena is gone. I know it may seem stupid and non-productive, but I stopped in that moment listening to Tavis and James. I broke down and cried. In the back of my mind, I told myself we can bring it back like it was. But James Farr's reality check hit me like a ton of bricks. My community is being murdered. I said murdered, not by the Altadena Eaton Canyon fire, but by the people we elect to protect us, and by greedy and gatekeeping nonprofits who cannot see the forest for the trees. For the first time since the fire, I truly feel and understand my wife's inconsolable pain. Because I'm struggling to find a path to recovery and at least some form of normalcy. My community is crumbling right in front of my face. Lack of funding to rebuild is slowly destroying us. Many of us can no longer hold out, and developers are gobbling up our property. When I hear voices like Tavis Smiley and James Farr speak truth to power on KBLA Talk 1580, it reminds me that we're not crazy, just unheard. Make no mistake here, KBLA delegation, this is war, and we the people of Black Altadena are losing. It's like waiting for reparation. Not gonna happen, brother. In this new orange man world, no one, no entity is persuaded by right or wrong. There is no consequence for doing the wrong thing, and no accolades or support for doing the right thing. Will war-torn Black Altadena survive? Your guess is as good as mine. But what have I got to lose? I'm in my 70s and don't have time to wait. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once suggested that riots break out when people have no hope. But there's nothing left to burn down in Altadena. I wish I could say I remain hopeful that my beloved community will rise again like a phoenix from the ashes. I wish I could. With a KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorial, I'm Martin Gordon, chair of the Pasadena Community Coalition. Pasadena Community Coalition at gmail.com. Reach out to me. As always, we welcome your feedback.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
Always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. You know what I mean? It takes too much energy. You always got to stay 2 steps ahead of them or whatever. Right. But trust them to be them.
Right. To be themselves.
Trust the snake to bite you. Right. Trust the lion to lie for you. Trust the thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. Too. But know them when you see them.
Nah, we got to do that again. Come on, man. That's the legendary DMX. And I want you to listen very carefully to what he's saying about trust. Here we go.
Always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. You know what I mean? It takes too much energy. You always got to stay 2 steps ahead of them or whatever. Right. But trust them to be them.
Right. To be themselves.
Trust the snake to bite you. Right. Trust the lion to lie for you. Trust the thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. Too. But know them when you see them.
Come on, DMX. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to The Voice of Reason live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what it is, 7 to 9 p.m. I come with the fire topics, and today is no exception to the rule. I've been telling folk for a long time. I was in the cigar lounge. I'm really turned up right now. I'm really charged up because I was in a full-out argument today, and I loved it, and it was beautiful. It was intelligent. It was respectful. Oh, man. But I was telling this brother who I'm always working with, I was telling him trust is rooted in fear. So most of our relationships are rooted in fear. This is why trust matters. When you trust somebody, what are you actually doing? What are you actually doing when you trust somebody? What you're actually doing is accepting their word. That's what you're doing. From the way we look at trust, it's, I believe that you're going to do what you say. Right? Now, you know, my trust has been broken before. Now, you know, takes a whole lot for you to regain my trust after you've hurt me. Do you see? Trust is rooted in fear. And tonight, on tonight's topic, we're going to delve deep into that notion. Breaking free from the potentially toxic pattern of trust. Is trust really a bypass for fear? Is trust merely a coping mechanism to deal with fear? Right? Trust as the gentle lie, the sacred masquerade of emotional colonization, a psycho-spiritual assault, right, on the mythology of safety through others. On the mythology of safety through others. What if trust is not a virtue, but a hallucination we cradle to keep staring into the abyss of our own existential aloneness? What if I trust you is not love, but a nervous system's last-ditch attempt to anesthetize its terror of meaninglessness? Perhaps trust, in its most popular form, is not intimacy, but an opiate of the relational masses. I know people don't want to hear it put that way. We rarely ask the obvious. Why must trust be earned, built, or rebuilt if it were intrinsic to connection? Would we build gravity or earn oxygen? No, because what is native requires no negotiation. Why do we have to negotiate trust? Because the trust was broken early. We didn't know we needed trust until we were hurt. And once hurt shows up, wounds demand trust. Trust is an extension of fear. Trust is a wound's guarantee. If I trust you, you guarantee you won't hurt me? Trust and fear are synonymous. Because when you're fearless, when you're not insecure, when you're self-realized, individuated, tapped into the source that lives within you, that lives within everything, you realize that you are a samad. A samad. What is that? The needless, as a Muslim would say, as a Muslim would read from the Quran, Allahu as-samad, Allah is needless. You would understand that there is no demarcation point where Allah ends and you begin, or God ends and you begin. You are with God, one with God. But see, people don't understand that. So when you're broken, when you're wounded early on, that's when the need for trust shows up. Would we build gravity or earn oxygen? No, because what is native requires no negotiation. Trust, then, may not be a foundational truth, but a survival myth. A survival myth. One that cloaks dependency in divinity and control within communion. Trust as fear. Trust as a fear management software disguised as love. Trust does not emerge from love, it erupts from fear. The child who was abandoned learns not how to love, but how to scan. Trust becomes a form of pattern recognition, a paranoid ritual disguised as discernment. In this model, trust is simply a survival code. I trust what doesn't activate my trauma. Listen, this is why you're with the wrong person. Because a performance can get past trust. Oh, a sincere performance can get past your trust barrier. Ooh. Trust is simply a survival code. I trust what doesn't activate my trauma. But this isn't trust. It's threat assessment. Oh, Lord. It's trauma familiarity mistaken for spiritual resonance. To say I trust you may be no different than saying my trauma feels temporarily safe in your presence. It's not the soul speaking. It is the amygdala signaling. It is the amygdala, the part of the brain that controls strong emotions, right? That portion of your brain in that person's presence is signing in relief. It's sighing in relief, like, oh my God, somebody finally understands how to be around me and not trigger my wounds. Well, you have people out there who are relational performance artists. I call them relational thespians. Again, it's not the soul speaking. It is the amygdala sighing in relief. The ego's most elegant illusion. Trust is the ego's Mona Lisa, a masterpiece of illusion, crafted to domesticate the other into predictable behavior, all while pretending to offer freedom. It is a velvet leash, tender, seductive, and wrapped in moral sanctity. When we demand trust, we are not inviting intimacy. We are constructing a performance contract. Become the story I wrote about you, or suffer the emotional consequences. In this way, trust does not invite truth, it suppresses the truth. It creates compliance through fear of withdrawal, not freedom through communion and connection. And when trust is broken, when trust is broken, what was truly shattered? The bond or the fairy tale? Trauma as the architect of trust issues. Trauma survivors don't have trust issues. They have intelligent threat detection systems that refuse to be silenced by wishful thinking. What psychiatry pathologizes as hypervigilance, metaphysics may recognize as soul memory, the body's refusal to forget the price of naivete. Man, the voice of reason is not playing with y'all tonight. So many of you have built your relationships on the bedrock foundations of trust without recognizing that trust, right, is the messenger of fear. Trust comes to your partner and says, do you guarantee and promise not to hurt what is already hurt? Oof. Oof. If your partner has a responsibility to finish your parents' job covertly, many people don't know that that's what they're asking their partners to do. But you're also asking your partner not to do what their parents did before. And this is where trust comes in. Trust is a control mechanism. Man, if y'all ready to do it, I'm ready to do it. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's get this national discussion going.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
What about you? Yeah.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time, whenever news breaks, while we're on the air. It's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580, and we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. Thank you, thank you.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from bolt detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you You want some more? More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The best friend he's got. I'd give him the shirt off my back. He knows he can trust me with his life, but each time he leaves me alone with his wife. I wish he didn't trust me so much. I think he really trusts me too much. How can he be so blind? We both got the same good taste. He should know when he's gone on his business trip. I can't help watching this woman without losing my grip. I wish he didn't trust me so much.
Wait, pause it for 1 second. Come on, Bobby. Bobby Womack is a fool for this. Now, Bobby, cut it out. That's your friend, man. And the story is, it's a true story. I forgot the singer. Bobby Womack married the singer that was his friend, married his daughter, got with his wife. Like, this is a real song. Okay, just play a little bit more of it, and then we go into our clip. I'm sorry.
No, I swear, it's not my will. But there's a way she make me feel. Lord, I'm scared, so scared of what I do. If she starts feeling sad too, we got a problem.
We got a problem.
Jealousy and distrust or poisoning my relationship with someone. Is there any solution other than isolating myself from every other human being except him? I wonder why you laugh. This is everyday human life. Jealousy and distrust in my relationship with. Is there any solution other than isolating myself from every other human being except him? How do you answer this question? If I put this question to you, how would you deal with it? What would be your reaction, your response to this question? Would you laugh? Would you say, I'm not jealous? So let's go together into this very complex question.
First off, I ain't never heard he fresh away from a nap. That's what he's. You ready? Listen, I love Krishna Hurti. I love the Socratic process that he uses. He's asking you to look inside at what he's asking you the question. How would you answer that question? Jealousy, right? trust is destroying a relationship? Should I isolate myself from all others except from him? Do we not do this? You that question. You have to ponder. Trust is rooted in fear for many people. What trust should be is acceptance. That's why I played the DMX clip early on. DMX said, I trust you to be who you are. I trust you to show who you are. How is that any different from what Zoe Williams has been saying? People are works in progress. Whips. Oh, well, you still have to create boundaries. And people are habitual steppers. Every boundary you create is a temptation for somebody that's unhealed. Come on now. Come on. Are we having a real conversation? We think ideas protect us from humanity. Sometimes ideas mold humanity, but humanity is always going to find a way. You remember that movie Jurassic Park? Who was he's a great actor. You guys know who I'm talking about. He played the Fly. Who was the guy who was the great actor? He kept saying life will always find a way. You know, you guys know who I'm talking about. And of course, Sam Cooke was the friend of singer Bobby Womack, who he did that to. He did that to Cooke. Jeff Goldblum. That's right. You know, life will always find a way. So we think somehow we can create an ideological scaffolding, a psychological scaffolding, and it'll hold back the primal fear.
But James Farr's reality check hit me like a ton of bricks. My community is being murdered. I said murdered, not by the Altadena Eden Canyon fire, but by the people we elect to protect us, and by greedy and gatekeeping nonprofits who cannot see the forest for the trees. For the first time since the fire, I truly feel and understand my wife's inconsolable pain. Because I'm struggling to find a path to recovery and at least some form of normalcy. My community is crumbling right in front of my face. Lack of funding to rebuild is slowly destroying us. Many of us can no longer hold out, and developers are gobbling up our property. When I hear voices like Tavis Smiley and James Farr speak truth to power on KBLA Talk 1580, it reminds me that we're not crazy, just unheard. Make no mistake here, KBLA delegation, this is war, and we the people of Black Altadena are losing. It's like waiting for reparation. Not gonna happen, brother. In this new orange man world, no one, no entity is persuaded by right or wrong. There is no consequence for doing the wrong thing, and no accolades or support for doing the right thing. Will war-torn Black Altadena survive? Your guess is as good as mine. But what have I got to lose? I'm in my 70s and don't have time to wait. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once suggested that riots break out when people have no hope. But there's nothing left to burn down in Altadena. I wish I could say I remain hopeful that my beloved community will rise again like a phoenix from the ashes. I wish I could. With a KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorial, I'm Martin Gordon, chair of the Pasadena Community Coalition. Pasadena Community Coalition at gmail.com. Reach out to me. As always, we welcome your feedback.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT. Because nothing fights sweat better. Stay fresher under pressure.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
There's something I wanna say. Try and understand. There's another in my life. He's my lover, and I'm your wife. You, me, and he.
Say what now? He's your lover. And you my wife. Huh? Hold on. Wait. My playlist is my call. The playlist is crazy tonight. We talking about trust and how it's fear-based. Listen, the playlist is crazy. Bobby Womack, I wish you didn't trust me so much. And now M2May, you, me, and he. Play it again. Let's go.
I was too blind to see. I never thought it could happen to me. Then I knew, things had changed. 'Cause when we made love, you called out his name. So much tension. 'Cause we're living a lie. By and by. Whoa. Not to mention. Can we give it a try?
Betrayal is the inversion of trust, right? You can't betray me unless I've trusted you. To betray someone who deeply trusts you is to demolish the foundation of relationship itself. You recover from something like this by not being the sort of person to whom that will ever happen again, which is something like, I know perfectly well that you're chock full of snakes, just like me. But the best pathway forward, nonetheless, is for us to extend a hand in trust to each other and see if we can build a valid and solid.
And this is where I stop him. Betrayal is not, or trust is not the invert of betrayal. Acceptance is. You see people for who they are, but you can't see people for who they are until you understand who you are, what you're about. Because whatever you are, you're going to attract. So if you know you're disingenuous, you know if you lie to yourself, you know if you condemn yourself and judge yourself, that you are vibrating at a certain level and you're going to call in the concomitant frequency. That's who you are. Right? You know if you're manipulative. You know if you lack integrity. You know if you have struggled looking at yourself. You're going to call in that type of experience. We got to stop calling it trust, because what trust actually is, again, it's this kind of centurion, this emotional centurion. Stand guard over my wounds. Don't hurt me. An emotional security guard. If I'm going to let you in, you got to make sure you don't wreck the place like the last guy or the last girl. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what we've turned trust into. It is a fear-based concept. Nobody really wants to accept their partner because nobody really wants to accept themselves. Do you see? To ask such a person to just trust is not an invitation to intimacy. It is a demand for neural mutiny. It is a psychological crucifixion. Betray your nervous system to make me feel comfortable. Thus, trust becomes not a bridge, but a battlefield, where the need for safety is quietly sacrificed to preserve the illusion of harmony. I need to be able to trust you. What about accepting me as I am? You'd rather accept a car with an as-is sticker on it before you accept another human being that was born with an as-is sticker on. Come on now. Trust as the language of ontological cowardice. Trust may be less about faith and more about our allergic reaction to ambiguity in the universe. Oh, yes, I'm calling all of us out. Me too. Gosh, I want to trust her. I do. I promise you I want to trust her. But come on. If you've been hurt before, if you've been misled, if you've been breadcrumbed, if you've been fooled, bamboozled, of course you're going to be like, I can't trust it. Right? Trust may be less about faith and more about our allergic reaction to ambiguity. In a universe governed by quantum unpredictability, we weaponize the word trust to give ourselves the illusion of permanence in an impermanent world. It is our attempt to pin the finite or the infinite to the finite, to force mystery into obedience. Yes, a human being is a mystery. They're a mystery to them damn selves. They don't want to look at themselves. So, of course, if I'm a mystery to me, I'm going to be a mystery to you. But at the same time, I'm a mystery to you. I am a predictable performance that leads me to getting what I want from you. Come on now. Come on. Are y'all ready? A predictable performance into getting what I want from you while being a mystery. Alfred Korzybski warned, the map is not the territory, but trust insists that our emotional maps be worshipped as sacred land. When someone deviates, we call it betrayal, not evolution. Can we have intimacy without trust? That's an unthinkable revelation, isn't it? We've been taught to believe that trust precedes intimacy. But what if it's the other way around? What if real intimacy only begins once the myth of trust collapses? When we come forward, I promise you, I'm going to the phone lines. We got one of our legends on the phone. It's going to be a good. When we come forward, more from the VOR.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least least liked to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at quinemanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Nothing I can say against the man you love. Nothing I can say, 'cause I don't blame you for feeling like you do. Your man happens to be my best friend. No. The only hang up is I love you too. So I'm just a silent partner in a three-way love affair. Silent partner in a three-way love Vividly I can remember when he and I were boys.
You don't trust that someone's never going to betray you. You just trust that you'll be able to handle it if they do, that you'll be able to walk away. That's a massive key to it. Stop worrying about whether you can trust someone else. Maybe you can't. We don't know that. Only time will tell if you can trust somebody else.
Pause.
That is a...
Pause. Take the clock out of it. Everybody try to say time. Time. Listen, if you're not working on yourself and you waiting on time to do something for you, you're wasting it. Come on now. Like, only time will listen. Observation, self-observation, non-judgmental self-observation. Do you understand? I like Matthew Hussey. I think it's Hussey. I like Matthew Hussey. He be on it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give him another chance. Let's start it from the top. Let's give him another chance. Because he's cooking. Go ahead.
You don't trust that someone's never going to betray you. You just trust that you'll be able to handle it if they do, that you'll be able to walk away. That's a massive key to it. Stop worrying about whether you can trust someone else. Maybe you can't. We don't know that. Only time will tell if you can trust somebody else. That is a pointless waste of your energy to worry about. Worry only about yourself.
And I get the time thing, but again, a lot of times people think time is something that, if time passes, everything will get better, And no, you have to actually be doing work while the time is passing. So in the event the opportunity presents itself again, it will, the opportunity of reconnecting or talking or whatever after somebody has betrayed or hurt you, you can see a marked difference in them because of the work that they put in during the time of absence or separation. I got one of my favorite callers on the line. You already know who it is, man. He brings this city in, and I don't even know what to do right now because I already know it's rapid fire action. It's about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, from Naptown, Indianapolis, you know what it is. Our good brother Ronan from Naptown. Hey, man, come on, man. Come. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Shamalama ding dong.
Here we go. Shamalama ding dong. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an amazing topic, and I sit there and look at it as far as I think we like to manipulate people with the word trust when we really need to call it trauma tariffs.
Trauma tariffs? Here we go. Go ahead. What is a trauma tariff, sir?
Well, basically, we tax people unfairly with our time or with their time. Like they're there, we expect something to trigger that chaos. And when you think about it, it's like if we don't take the time to fire ourselves as the curators of our chaos, then we're stuck in that perpetual cycle until we expire early.
So you're telling me that we're emotionally taxing, psychologically taxing, we're taxing resonance, we're taxing presence, we're taxing all of it to protect the survival of this unhealed wound. And that's why trauma is such an important piece for modern day relationships. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir. And it goes back to, when you mentioned it before, is this person your soulmate or your cellmate?
Oh, Lord. You telling me trust is the warden?
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of times we're the unfair warden that are stuck in the prison that we manage. That's what, when I said the whole thing about curator, we can go in and tell everybody the history of our trauma. We can go into detail about how this happened, how that happened. But we don't accept the fact that we're stuck there because of the fear of if we fire ourselves as the curators, what is life like outside that museum of chaos?
What does it look, because there's such thing as betrayal, trauma. Let me just say, what does it look like to truly accept someone, right, who hurt you? Like this, a couple of weeks ago, I did a episode where I said, this is how you be with a human being. This is how you relate to a human being. And instead of a concept or an idea, I'm dating he on paper, he looks great, all of this and that, right? But how do you really connect intimately with someone fearlessly, the human aspect of who they are, the wholeness of who they are? Is that something that is taught in intimate relationships these days?
It's not taught, but the thing is we got to learn to accept the fact that that apology might not be coming. We got to accept the fact that those individuals are what they've been because broken people love to break other people.
Ugh.
So we have to accept the fact that, okay, I owe myself an apology for falling in love with the idea of this individual rather than reality.
No, I was going to say, then you put the onus on yourself. I chose to do this, so I'm responsible for accepting them. Not necessarily trusting them, but accepting them.
Yes.
Oh, talk to me about that, bro.
The thing is, like, a lot of times we like to paralyze people in positions that they don't need to be in or don't deserve. So you have someone just say they're the one, but how many ones have shown up and the math didn't add up?
Wow.
How many times have, like, basically you try to imprint them with your idea what they should be, rather than see them what they are? And matter of fact, first accept yourself first.
But come on. We always say that. But you do know that is the real work, self-acceptance.
Yeah.
We spend more time in self-avoidance than we do in the practice of self-acceptance. Now, if it was self-acceptance, then this would be a lot easier to deal with, right?
Well, yeah. And that's why peace is never cheap. It's one of the most expensive investments you need to have or make. You need to start making peace with yourself in those tough areas.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times we love to lie to ourselves in the mirror or in front of other people. We like to perform. We do these performative things, like, as far as like gaslighting or love bombing and things like that. And really, we basically stone ourselves internally.
No. Really?
Yes.
So if I'm talking to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people are saying, hey, man, you need trust. I need to be able to trust you. In what context are they saying that?
It's more like a dare. Prove yourself. That's why I interpret it as like when something like, I trust you. Why would it sit there and linger? That's kind of like people doing a favor with an invoice attached to it.
But could you say that the term "I trust you," when they say, "Okay, you've earned my trust" or "You've gained my trust" or something like that, right? Isn't that saying you've gained my acceptance? Can we say it that way as well?
We should, if we're gonna be honest. A lot of times we're not honest with ourselves, but hey.
But trust,
but
isn't trust an extension of vulnerability?
I believe so.
Right? So actually acceptance and trust and all of that stuff is kind of like having faith in a person, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, then what about 2 James? Without work, faith is dead.
It's dead, yeah.
Does that apply to relationships as well?
I believe so, yes.
Hey, man, this is cold. This is real cold information. Hey, listen, man. You don't call in enough. I appreciate you, brother, man. You are my brother from another mother, man. I love you. Guess what you just did, brother?
Hey, much love to you, Zoe, and I brought Indianapolis to the building.
Naptown is in the building. We appreciate it. Thank you for the call. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me, 1-800-920-1580. Holla.
Who would share our future love?